Hi guys, Viralprincess here again with another video. Jamaican superstar Shaggy claps back at Jamaica's Health Minister Christopher Tufton. Shaggy really, sought to clear the air, but you know what? Take a listen, take a look, and leave your comments. And always remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Taking 5+ years, and the children of Bustamante and the infrastructure of Bustamante have not benefited from a very worthy cause. I have a lot of respect and admiration for Shaggy and his team and the thousands of others who have contributed to that cause. The reality of it is that the benefits have not yet flowed to the children. So I have asked the chairman of the hospital, Mr. Kenny Benjamin, who is a very respectable businessman in his own right, to intervene, to manage that process, to ensure that those resources flow where they belong based on how they were rated. Our wellness foundation has been expanded. We have more people, including accountants, including the promotion of the concept, the promoters of the concept, which will require all the necessary accountability. And so I am proud as minister under this Andrew Holness administration to say that health is everybody's business, and that it is through partnerships healthcare will work, and that our potential givers have nothing to fear in terms of utilization of funds that are raised to support these causes.
So the press, you have been, I'd say, in want of a better word, taking some battering in the press with regards to this handover, this $100 million. Because some people are saying they want it for something else. What do you, Shaggy, have to say about this?
Well, first of all,
by setting the narrative
I have to correct you when you say handover.
Yeah.
We never hand over money to anybody. If you look at the model of Shaggy and Friends, we do not hand over money. We always buy equipment, right? If there needs to be repairs, we do repairs. If we're on a project like when we build the cat lab, they built the cat lab and we furnished it with the machines. It has always been our model from day one, right? We owe that to our donors, who that was the narrative, right? That has been the model. That's what they invest in when they donate. So we cannot stray from that.
Okay. What will it take though for this thing to move forward? In other words,
it has already been moving. We had a lovely walkthrough today with the chairman, Kenny Benjamin, right? Got him up to speed about what is going on. He was there yesterday, he says, and he has been to different meetings also from before that. Now a lot of this was been in talk for about a year and a half, started by Dr. James, who was the then SMO, you know what I mean? And of course, we have Mr. Woods, who is the current CEO, and we've been having talks leading up to all of this to try and get the right one. We have to get a budget together. 2, we have to get drawings done. 3, we have to get contractors. We have to get all of them in place first and get the best. We don't talk about a contractor. We basically, like I said, yeah man, I'm going to build that thing here, but I have 5 other things what I'm doing on, and them they're my priority, but that one I'm going to just do what I want to do. We want somebody that is passionate about building this place and getting it right, and that takes time. That takes time of us going through and getting the right people involved.
But some people would argue, why is it taking so long?
Well, it depends on what you call taking long. Like I said, we've been sitting in 2 years of a pandemic, right? First of all, we had a plan first to build a brand new facility. Notice that we couldn't build a brand new facility because we didn't have enough land, right? We'd have to get land from JDF. We realized to get land from JDF might take way more hurdles. So them say, all right, we could go ahead and build a ward, right? At that point, I said, okay, let's try build a ward, use the money for something. Then we were told that under the Charities Act, we cannot do that because it was earmarked for that, it was raised for that. So, I'm not going to go break the law. You know what I mean? So after follow what the Charities Act said, okay, so after the ICU, then Dr. James came up with an idea and said, why don't we refurbish the existing one, right? And expand it. And then we sat with our architect and go through and he started saying, yeah, so we can push this wall out, make this little bigger, make this that. Matter of fact, we are a 5-bed facility. I think we can get a 7, which is what we have been doing for the last couple of months up until now.
So the the final plan is to build a refurbish, not build from scratch.
Expand the existing facility and make it into a 7-bed facility.
From 5 to 7. Yes. And it will also have, based on our conversation previously, it will also have an area of better
offices, better storage rooms, you know, better pharmacy inside of the place, better place for you know, the parents then to come that they can grieve.
That is what I was going to
lounges, stuff like that. We try to make it work.
What about accommodation for the parents? Because
as far as accommodation, I don't think we'll be able to get that in there. Okay. It might be a 1 or 2 per people, but I don't think it's that I think would have to be a separate project.
Okay.
And again, you run into the same problem where you might find land.
Okay.
For the people in the US who are saying that 100 million is nothing because somebody donated $1 million with no fanfare, what do you have to say to them?
Well, put it this way. That person who donated that $1 million, kudos to them, 110%. But people fail to realize that prior to doing Shaggy and Friends, I was doing it for 9 years out of my pocket. I and Dr. Ennis, I used to walk in and give checks in by myself. I did that one every year. I knew the names of the kids that was in the burn unit, right? I did a treat every single year and still continue to do that. That's before I started to do Shaggy and Friends. 9 years of that. So
prior to Shaggy and Friends?
Prior to Shaggy and Friends, I did it out of pocket.
Hot shot days.
For 9 years out of my pocket. Right? So I don't have nothing to say about that I'm going to donate. By all means, I encourage people to come back and donate. Right? No problem. But we keep this so that we can sit down and somewhat help ourselves and try and make this thing go. And by all means, I didn't have to.
I know.
Hello. Because it's not going to be hard about it, nothing. You know? But a lot of it was done on impulse. When I started, I walked in and saw this little child by the name of Peach. She had a bullet lodged in her head. I felt helpless the evening. I went home and I said, I want to do something else. I said, let's do a concert. I have never put a concert on in my life. So I went to the only person I know who put on a concert, and that's Sharon Burke. And I said, Sharon, help me do this. And she said, well, if I need sponsors, what do you know about sponsors? I don't deal with a sponsor in my life yet. And she brought me to a meeting, and I met William Mafood and a couple of people. William ended up being on my board. William says to me, Shaggy, you cannot raise money for charity and not create a foundation. I never know that. But he obviously knows that because his family does food for the poor. He took me under his wing and he guided me in setting up the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation. And then we kept going after that. The first concert was a success, the second was a success. Boom. And it's a huge undertaking, you know what I mean, to present it the way it is. You know, and me literally going on the phone and begging artists to come do it for free. You know, and
are you done doing it? Are you
that
done
is one question. What's the future of Shaggy and Friends?
This arm of Make a Difference. Are you done doing this?
I'll tell you what. In my heart of hearts, I would love to. Because you have to put the children first. And put, what we're doing was, we saw the good that it did. When you start to get attacked on your character like it did, remember it says Shaggy and Friends. There are also a lot of people that make up the friends that are behind the scenes. These are people that give their time, that involve their businesses, and that attach their businesses, right, to this brand. It was also an attack on their character at the same time, because they were also involved with us. So for me to go back and say, well, do that now, it's not a conversation for myself, it's a conversation that involves these people. And that in the preliminary conversations that I've had with them, you know, they're, you know, gutted and disgusted by the situation. Now, am I telling you that down the line, time won't change things? Probably, you know, but we'll cross that bridge when we're there.